In our country, Ram is more than just a name which carries a source of strength with itself, a name which doesn't make you feel resentful about life, a name which paved the path of the victory of good over evil, a name which symbolizes masculinity and strength at the same time empathy and compassion, a name which is the epitome of dharma, and finally a name which gives an individual hope for not giving up, hope for performing what you're assigned for without losing your values. The life of Lord Ram isn't just any other life, but a life which should inspire us to face the difficulties without feeling like a victim. Lord Ram gave us a pathway of becoming a perfect human being. He is the culmination of so many qualities that this video won't be enough to tell all. Despite a life filled with difficulties, troubles and disasters, none of them were able to shake the values, characteristics and qualities he had. The character of a man is known by what he does when his face is against the wall. And in Lord Ram's case, the wall of troubles and difficulties were all around. The man still stood up and chose what he was assigned for. That's the exact reason why we consider him godly. Lord Ram was the first avatar of Lord Vishnu who stood for something bigger. It was the journey of humanity from human to humane. For the first time came this giant, bigger-than-life, compassionate and courageous person on earth, and became the ideal framework of what a man should be. Maryada Purushottam Ram, the perfect man, an ideal son, an ideal husband, and most importantly, an ideal king. How ironic that Lord Ram was a king and there was no material attachment within him. He agreed to give away his entire empire to fulfill the promise his father had given to his wife, Kaikeyi. For the first time in history, we were witnessing someone who stood for something more than just material possessions. An individual who stood for higher principles and higher ideals. A life lived for others and for performing the greater good. On this auspicious day of Diwali, we celebrate the story of our hero, Lord Ram. Imagine, the day when you're going to be crowned as the king is exactly the day you'd be sent to 14 years of exile. And upon leaving, the younger brother insists on taking your sandals as a mark of respect and a symbol for authority for the throne. And without any hesitation, the one happily gives it. तुम्हारा सफर अभी शुरू भी नहीं हुआ है, and already you have to go through the jungles barefoot. Few days ago, you were supposed to be the king of a huge empire, and now you're in a jungle with 14 years ahead of you to live in. But there's no sign of resentment and hatred within, and this wasn't enough to break Lord Ram. भगवान राम को एक और मुसीबत का सामना करना पड़ा, रावण. Lord Ram's wife, Sita, was kidnapped by Ravan, and then began the journey of rescuing her. And in this pursuit, Lord Ram almost lost his brother Lakshman. It seemed as if life tried all it could to break Lord Ram, but it could do nothing about him. Lord Ram did what was necessary and kept himself intact. Lord Ram was the embodiment of truth and dharma in the words of Swami Vivekananda. Ramayana, an epic known by every Indian with its relevance and applications even applicable to this day and age. One of the major learnings from Ramayana, which generally goes unnoticed, is that the one who keeps his principles before him will always have people with him. People who stand with him not for the position but for his principles. Lord Ram was a nobody in the jungle, but his principles, ideals and the way of life is what made him great and godly. After going through various adventures, struggles and turmoils, when he finally returned and ruled over the kingdom, his reign would go on to be remembered in a way where future generations will look at it as a mark of excellence and something to be achieved in their lifetime. The Ram Rajya. Certainly, only a god could perform all these, and that God resides within all of us. Lord Ram and his life is a gift to humanity. Following his footsteps, we will together see a better tomorrow. When in misery and pain, Lord Ram is remembered. Hey Ram is not just an expression of faith, but also of strength in adversity. Let the Ram within us shine, and let this life of ours be lived for the greater good. Today is the day for us to remind ourselves that no matter how powerful the evil is, the good will always prevail. On this day of Diwali, we should aim to kill the evil within by letting the good prevail. Happy Diwali and Jai Shri Ram.